Hello, wonderful souls and hearts out there. Welcome back. Yes, welcome back. This is Butterfly Box 78, and this reading is for Virgo. And even though this reading is for Virgo, we are going to be doing career and finance. So right now, I'm finishing up my career and finance. And we're going to go September the 21st to September the 22nd to October the 22nd. Or whatever today is. Yes, so up next we have Scorpio, and then up next we have Virgo. Sorry, guys. All right, up next we have Virgo. So before I get started, I just want to explain that these are tarot readings. I'm not a fortune teller. However, I do read the energy. And you can take it however it resonates. Sometimes I'm right on point, and sometimes the message, sorry guys, there's a lot of shifting around. Sometimes the message does not resonate, but that's okay, because with some people it does, and that's who I'm speaking to. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. After this series is over for the financial, I got my brand new deck in, guys, of sexual magic. So this, I will be doing single readings, and it is this deck, and I'm so excited. Singles, sexual magic. So the next series of readings will be for singles. There'll be smaller love reading, like who's coming towards you, you know, who's coming, if anybody's coming. All right, let's go ahead and get started. And already we've got Tradition and the Magician. So Virgo, it looks like possibly you could be making some things happen. So I can't wait to get into your reading. Most of these readings for financial have been really positive for you guys. So let's get into it. I mean, all of the readings are positive, you know, but a lot less of you, there have only been like maybe a few that I've gotten where there's some lessons that still have to be learned in order for you to actually move forward. And again, you guys are in charge of your own destiny. Whatever I put out there doesn't necessarily mean it has to be. So, you know, again, you know, this may or may not resonate. And if it does, great. And if it doesn't, you know, it's just part of it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Let me concentrate. I'm sorry, I also have Gemini, apparently, that I still have to do, so. Okay. And it's weird because when I was shuffling and really trying to figure out what was going on, I was getting actually almost no vibration coming in for Virgo. So let's go ahead and get into it. I don't know currently if there's a situation, you guys, where I feel like, I don't want to say this message is just for women, but I do feel like, Virgo, this message is majority probably for women. We got the moon in reverse. We also got the Nine of Cups in reverse. We got the Eight of Cups in reverse. We also got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So, the moon in reverse generally means like, there's something within your intuition that's wrong. If it's in the upright, it means like supporting of women. So this is almost the lack of support. Your intuition, this is like the divine feminine card. And this is kind of saying almost like there's something that isn't quite right. Your intuition, there's discomfort. The Nine of Cups in reverse, if it was in the upright, it would be satisfaction. But in this particular case, it's in reverse. So, satisfaction, or also because it has the little moons in the background, it can also mean like wishes being granted. But in this case, it's like there's a delay. It means that there is a hold on something. Almost like something's being taken for granted. So I'm not sure if you're working for an employer currently and you're doing a really good job, but they're, not appreciating you and where you're coming from, or what. I'm unsure, but we're going to figure it out. Also, Eight of Cups. So this is also like discontentment. Like as if you're lingering too long on a situation, uncertainty. And I have a feeling that this definitely has to do with your job. Like I'm not sure, but I have a feeling that you're not very happy. And then the Five of Pentacles in reverse is telling us that the Five of Pentacles is telling us that things are really going to turn around for you guys. There is a more prosperous future. So let's go ahead and clarify some of this. So that way we can really get down to the nitty gritty. Let's see, Virgo. Please clarify. Please clarify the moon for Virgo. Please clarify the moon for Virgo. Please clarify the moon for Virgo. Just go ahead and stick it out. Ten of Swords in reverse. So almost like there was a lack of maybe protection, because 10 being completion, but in reverse, it's like you thought too hard about something, like almost like there's an overthinking in your situation. Let's go ahead and clarify the Nine of Cups. Please clarify the Nine of Cups. Yeah, Six of Cups in reverse. So there's definitely emotional emotions aren't really being fulfilled. There's something that is upsetting you guys about possibly the situation that you guys are in, if you are in one. Again, this may not resonate. Six of Cups generally is saying to us that there are things that you need to incorporate from the past. In the upright, it means like happy home. But in this situation, it doesn't mean that it isn't a happy home, but there are things still that need, like, as if there needs to be some healing, which kind of doesn't surprise me, Virgo, because I often feel like, especially with Virgo women, that you guys have a tendency really to hold a lot of emotions back from being expressed. And instead of holding them in, you're going to have to learn to figure out some ways in order to learn how to release those stress and really heal. You know, you are Virgo the Virgin. I mean, you are one of the most beautiful signs in the astrological sign. It's really important, you know, because you are such an earthy soul, that you take good care of your soul, you know. Just because you're able to move on from a situation doesn't mean that you've healed from a situation. So if any of you Virgos out there are hurting, please tune in and listen. All right, please clarify the Six of Cups. I mean, financially, you're going to come out of the situation, which is great. But all this emotion, what is going on? Please clarify the Six of Cups. Ace of Swords in reverse. All right. So, Ace of Swords in reverse, still almost the same thing. Like need for thought. Like as if, you know, and it's asking the question, are you over, like a lot of this is like overthinking and like too much emotion has gone into something. You know, we have control over how the energy flows and the energy emits. And so even though you may say you're all right on the outside, you could be really hurting on the inside. So you got two swords already. So, and they're both telling you, the Ace and the 10 are telling you like, hey, you know, self might want to heal. Please clarify the Ace of Swords. 10 of Staves, again. This is, you know, Staves is telling us like, overwhelmed, burdened by responsibility. So let's go ahead and clarify the 10 of Staves. 5 of Cups, Jesus. Please clarify the 5 of Cups. Wow. Please clarify the 8 of Cups. Jesus. Please clarify the 8 of Swords. The World. Okay. Please clarify Venus in reverse. Pentacles. Please clarify 3 of Pentacles. Oh, King of Staves. Okay. So this is where I end the story. All right. So the way that I'm reading this story is that I'm not sure if you're feeling unappreciated or underappreciated at your job. But I don't want you guys really, I have a feeling that you've been at this job for a while. So sometimes you have to think about it like this. Sometimes we have jobs that we're at, and there's thousands, hundreds and thousands of employees, okay? And you want so much to have, some recognition. But the problem is you feel like you're being underappreciated for the job that you're doing, and that nobody's recognizing it. But it's actually the job that you're supposed to be doing. So in your head, it's almost like you created an energy or put out thoughts that employers aren't necessarily thinking. And because you guys are generally you guys are very good workers and very consistent. But the thing about it is that because, after so long, like people, the thing about it is that sometimes when you think that, you're doing such a good job, you ought to be recognized. But maybe working just a little bit harder and putting in just a little bit more, your employer's really gonna see you step up. If everybody just does, the regular job for the day, then it means that consistently everything's gonna be the same across the board, okay? Numbers, really aren't gonna go up or really go down. But if you just kick it in and learn how to love yourself, not necessarily the job, but love yourself for what you're doing, then this is when we reach the King of the King of Staves. And he is of all riches. And this is you, Virgo. I'm sorry, this is not you, Virgo. But currently this is going to be you. This is you, because it all turned around. Because as you can see in reverse, you just put way too much thought into a situation that didn't need as much thought as you thought. Because guess what? You got the world. And the world to me is really awesome because the world is saying that everything is moving the way that it's supposed to. So whatever it is that you're doing, Virgo, this shows that financial prosperity is on its way. And that you're going to have to learn to understand that just because nobody's saying anything doesn't mean that you aren't an important piece of the puzzle. It's not even necessary for me to go through the rest of these because this is how the story goes, So Virgo, it's really important for you to understand that emotionally you need to find those really beautiful things about yourself and fall in love with yourself so it will reflect through your job, okay? And maybe even learn how important you are to that piece of the job. And I'm telling you, one of the biggest things that I have learned when it comes to programming your mind for these type of things, and I've said it in several other videos, I'm sorry my arm is itchy, guys, is positive affirmation. So at night when you're at sleep, it really, really helps to listen to one of those 8 or 10 hour positive affirmation and just put it on low while you sleep. And don't think about necessarily what it's saying. Just go ahead and hit the sack. And when you wake up, it's not something that you may feel overnight, but if you continue to do it, these positive affirmations, healing, love, financial prosperity, you will see the difference and understand that those things are important. Because really, once we become an adult, there's nobody, we're always looking for this recognition, but there's nobody telling us really at the end how important we are, how everybody is of importance. And, especially you. Everybody's special. Everybody's important. We're going to go ahead, because this was kind of more directed towards your inner. We're going to go ahead and do an inner message for you, Virgo. Please give me the inner message. These cards don't even want to show. All right, let me concentrate a little bit and I'm starting to feel, at first I felt like no energy, no vibration. But now I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it in my heart chakra. This is all about you and, really turning that love into yourself. And I say this to people quite a bit, is learn to go shopping within yourself. Get your little supermarket card, and your little buggy. And in your mind, just start putting in the basket all these beautiful things about yourself, and then go check out you bought from you, because you have an unlimited supply of you, and if you don't, you need to go find a quiet place so you can get with you. And if sleep time is all you have, that's the best time. Yes, please give us the inner message for Virgo. Wow, Virgo, you're really going to come up on top. You got the King of Staves. That's one of my favorite cards. Because he's it's like he got his wealth from the earth. Sometimes when we're feminine, we have to bring out the king in us. And sometimes men, when we're in relationships, it's important for you to bring out the queen in you, because everybody has that divine masculine and feminine. Please give us the inner message for Virgo from September the 22nd to October the 22nd. Inner message. Please give us the inner message. And see, I was having such a hard time shuffling, and now look, they're falling right into place, because I already feel the energy changing now that we're understanding it. I mean, geez, the vibration was so low that, I'm even going to suggest that, I think it's called Eclectic Chakra. It has a test and that you can take with about 50 some odd questions. I think it's called eclecticchakra.com. And I would highly suggest, you guys taking that test, because it's going to show through the answers whether what chakras are balanced or overactive or underactive. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Inner message. Heaven sent. 33. So something is coming. Maybe even going into a meditational prayer. Asking, it's okay to ask God for help. That is so important. I think a lot of times we forget about that. And in detail, it's the same thing with the tarot cards. To me, it's just going in deeper and just really asking, because he's there to give you everything you need. Yeah. The next one is restore and replenish. This could be you, Virgo. You need to restore and really replenish. You know, what's interesting about this card is that this is actually like a blown up eye, and you are in the pupil. You are in the eye. And this is how you kind of have to look at yourself, like, you know, and she's in the fetal position. So it's almost like you might need a good cry. You need a release. You know, you need to restore yourself. You need to, like I said, go shopping. You know, you're so important, Virgo. Wow. Dream a beautiful dream. This is an incredible card. I've never pulled this card. Okay, again, this is telling us that, you know, it's okay to have goals and to dream big and beautiful. This is an amazing card. Wow. I want you, Virgo, to envision yourself where everything is going. I want you to take at least, and this is a really, really good meditational tool, is you can start out with 5 minutes, because I know sometimes it's hard, or 5 minutes right before you really decide that you're going to go to sleep. But what you want to do is you want to start off with picturing yourself just happy. And then the next night, you want to spend 5 minutes picturing yourself happy. And then you want to spend the next night picturing yourself happy doing something at your job. All right, I take that back. I want you to picture yourself happy. Then I want you to picture yourself loving yourself. Like that's a happy thought. But just really like it's two yous coming in for a hug. And loving yourself. And then every day, I want you to take, it's going to go from 5 minutes to 10 minutes to 20 minutes to 30 minutes to 40 minutes to 50 minutes to 60 minutes. Because this is dream a beautiful dream. And I want you to build that beautiful dream. Because that's going to be important to your positivity. And every night I want you to put it up in prayer. Ask God for those things because he's going to give it to you. All right, Virgo, that is your reading. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, please do. I need all the support I can get. Also, let's see here. Oh, you can follow me on Instagram under butterfly_box78. All right, guys, have a wonderful day.